Hello, everyone. It's October 1st. 65 years ago in 1960, Nigeria got our independence. Are we truly independent? That's the question a lot of us ask. 65 years is enough time for a country to be able to attain the greatness that it wants to achieve. But unfortunately for us in Nigeria, it seems as if we are not interested in greatness. All we are interested in is just being there and everybody doing it, man or woman, for his or her own. Congratulations, Nigerians. As much as you want to abuse and blame Lord Lugard, this has nothing to do with Lord Lugard. This has everything to do with us. For those who were around during independence or remember exactly what it was when Nigeria got her independence, I'm sure they are so shocked that it's already 65 years. And they are asking themselves, where did the years go by? And so, therefore, I will say to you, you and I that are here quite now, some quite young, some middle age, some a bit old, that if we have another 65 years, it's just like tomorrow, especially if one is going to see that long number of years. I can assure you categorically that I'm not going to be here for another 65 years. But there are some of you who are going to be here for another 65 years. And if you do nothing about Nigeria, Nigeria is ready to deal with anyone. If we do nothing about it, it has no qualms. At this stage, we should be asking ourselves, the kind of life we have in Nigeria today, is that really what we want? Or can we do better? And I tell you something, indeed, Nigeria can be better. Nigeria can be an amazing country where you have good governance, accountability, and transparency. Nigeria can be that country where you have access to good quality education, especially primary and secondary free good quality education, where indeed the access to good quality education will not be dependent on the economic status of one's family. Nigeria can be that country where when you're leaving university, even before you leave university, you're sure of the job that you're going to do. Nigeria can be that country where there is healthcare services, good healthcare services for everyone. Nigeria can be that country where there's full employment. Nigeria can be that country where there's huge GDP. Nigeria can be that country where corruption is extremely low. Nigeria can be that country where you have good road network system, where trucks can travel from one side to the other without really killing people along the way. Nigeria can be that country where you have goods traveling not just through trucks, but also through rail. Nigeria can be that country that will manufacture things and export them abroad and be able to get forex, not just from petroleum. Nigeria can be that country where other people are vying to come and work here and be able to get the citizenship of Nigeria. Nigeria can be that country where people will, come over, migrate to, for them to be able to work, for them to have a good life, for them to do great things for themselves. Nigeria can be whatever it is that we want it to be. We are the ones that have to put in the work. And I tell you something, October 1st will always come like clockwork every 365 days or 366 days, depending on whether it's a leap year or not. But if we do nothing about it, it will come and we would have seen that we've achieved nothing. One of the things that has to happen is for us to want to do it, to want to see it, to want to achieve it, then we'll begin to put in our all. When they say that the labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain, well, the labor of our heroes past has been in vain. And even though our heroes weren't as heroic as we would want them to be, but they did their best. But we ourselves, are we actually doing our best? If we were to be asked today, would we be able to say that indeed we did our best for the betterment of Nigeria? Or will we be amongst those who will probably have to lie to their grandchildren or descendants just to be able to get away with something? I might look as if I'm rambling, but I'm really speaking from the heart. And I hope every one of us, Nigeria, will decide that we are really deserving of a good governance. We are really deserving of an amazing country. We are really deserving of living. We are deserving of laughter and not the tears and anguish that we constantly see in Nigeria. Politics is everything. And if we do not participate in politics, nature abhors vacuum. Those who are not supposed to, those who are not even supposed to smell, leadership will continue to participate in that politics, and they'll continue to deal with us. So, my fellow citizens, it's another October 1st. What do you think can happen? What do you think can change? What difference do you think can make? One of the things that surprises me a lot about Nigerians is how Nigerians are sure that nothing will ever happen to them, no matter how bad it is, except when it comes to protest. When it comes to that thing that they're going to actually take action to fix their country, they have so much be, conditioned. They have so much been, what's the word I'm looking, brainwashed into thinking that, oh, when it comes to protest, that they are the ones who are going to be killed. Most times you look at it and you ask yourself, how many people have been killed in protests? And how many people have been killed in their houses? Doing just them minding their own business in their houses, have never said anything, and yet they were killed. Dear citizens, nothing good comes easy. And if we want a country that works for every one of us, we all must put our heads together, and work for the betterment of Nigeria. I always ask this question: how many of you would love to live to be 90? If you want to live to be 90, take your current age and subtract it from 90. How many more years left? That is the number of years that Nigeria can absolutely deal with you. And one of the things I see people do is that a lot of people assume that, oh, Nigeria will be so bad that one day they will just suddenly wake up and Nigeria will be good. Nigeria will have no option to be good. No, it will worsen. It will worsen to the extent that this worst case scenario you see will now become, oh, the good old days. You understand? Once upon a time, we shouted when rice was 10,000 naira. How can bag of rice be 10,000 naira? Then we screamed when it became 30,000, 40,000. How can bag of rice be 40,000 with 30,000 minimum wage bag of rice? Today, they are telling you to celebrate that bag of rice is now maybe 80,000. That's how bad it is. If you think that is so bad right now, just remember that this bad that you see right now can actually be the good old days if you do not do something about it. And God will not do for us what He has given us the capacity for us to do for ourselves. Until and unless we stand up and use the brain that God has given us, and the resources God has given us, and the amazing manpower God has given us, and the arable land God has given us, and everything, the waterways, the water, sea, all of that God has given us, and use it for our own good, nothing is going to change. But until then, happy Independence Day.